Let's get caught up on a few of the news and notes that have happened over the last couple of days. I'll give you my take coming up next. Yo ho everybody, and welcome to another edition of Yinzer on Hockey. Before we begin, make sure you go down below, click that like button, click that subscribe button, make sure you click that little bell so you stay up to date on all your regular season happenings. So I wanted to just touch on a few news and notes that have kind of taken my interest over the last couple of days. Haven't really had time to make individual videos of them, or they haven't really been worthy of an individual video. But get you caught up on a couple of things that I found interesting over the last couple of days. First thing I want to touch on is the Montreal Canadiens named Shea Weber their captain for the 2018-19 season. I don't take much issue to Weber being named the captain of the Montreal Canadiens. He's a quality player and obviously a well-liked individual in the Montreal locker room. Just a little bit of questionable timing with him being injured and out until quite possibly early January or February with an injury. So a little bit questionable on the timing as to name him the captain now. Maybe roll 3As until Weber's healthy, and then if you decide that he's still your captain moving forward, then go ahead and name him the captain whenever he comes back. He's healthy after he skates in a few games. So that was kind of my take on it, but all in all, not much objections there. The second thing of note, the Buffalo Sabres have named Jack Eichel their captain. This news broke this morning. To me, this is exciting for any Sabres fans. He's been a phenomenal influence in that community. He's been a great player on the ice. He's led them in scoring the past 2 years. He looks to be growing. Comf screams that he is an elite superstar for the foreseeable future, and I think this was a great move by the Buffalo management. Phil Housley, Jason Botterill, all those guys, they looked at it and they said, yes, this is the guy that we want to lead our franchise into the future, and that is a phenomenal assessment of his ability. The other one of the other notes from the week, I was reading an article on NHL.com. Every year in April, they have kind of a combine for up-and-coming officials, on-ice officials, linesmen, referees, things like that. And last year they had one female attend as a representative, kind of an honorary thing. This year they opened it up. They invited 4 females to come and attend the combine, and I think this is steering in the right direction, especially as the game evolves into less of a physical game and more of a skill-based game. I think women officials are going to be phenomenal for leading that charge and helping progress the game. So I really like what the NHL is doing there with bringing in the female officials. A couple of other things from yesterday. Waiver claims yesterday played a big part in yesterday's news. Most notably, the Toronto Maple Leafs deciding to go with Garrett Sparks as their backup goaltender to start the year, which required them to place both Curtis McElhinney and Calvin Pickard on the waiver wire, and both of them ended up being claimed. Curtis McElhinney was claimed by the Carolina Hurricanes, who found out that Scott Darling is going to miss approximately 4 weeks with a lower body injury, so they brought in McElhinney to help solidify their goaltender depth, and Calvin Pickard was claimed by the Philadelphia Flyers, who are willing to collect any goaltender right now just to try and find something to solidify their goaltending core. And this, to me, really could hurt the Maple Leafs in the long run. Frederik Andersen played a ton of games last year. He faced a ton of shots. That's not likely to change this year with their defensive core that they have. They're not built to be a defensive team. They are more of an offensive juggernaut, so to speak. So if something happens to Frederik Andersen, can you count on Garrett Sparks to carry that load for them in the for the long haul? So we'll see how that goes for them moving forward. One of the other notes from yesterday, this is I like to focus a lot on the Penguins on this channel, and this was something that I wanted to kind of touch on, and that is Juuso Riikola signed as a free agent this offseason, coming over from, I think it's the Finnish Elite League. Fought his way into a roster spot for the Pittsburgh Penguins, into a defensive group that was, the top six was pretty much cemented in stone. Dumoulin did get injured in the preseason finale, upper body injury, listed as day-to-day by Coach Mike Sullivan. So with that injury, kind of forced the Penguins' hand a little bit and forced them to consider keeping Juuso Riikola for the long haul. I like this decision. I like him being on the active roster, but I also like him on the ice, so I hope they find ways to get him consistent ice time, because he has elite potential as a defenseman. He moves the puck very well. He's offensively gifted, but his defensive positioning, his ability to deliver body checks, clean body checks in open ice, and to cut off paths to the net has been unmatched by any Penguins defenseman that we've seen in probably the past 5 or 6 years, because he just plays so well. His hockey IQ is through the charts, and I love this decision by the Penguins management staff to keep him up on the big squad, at least for the time being, while Brian Dumoulin recovers from his injury. So that's a few news and notes and things that have come up over the past couple of days that I've taken an interest in. Thought I'd like to share my thoughts with you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Follow me on all the social media listed in the descriptions below. And until I see you next time, have a good day.